You're going to see that's a big deal. It's a very digital election. We need to get people out to vote. And when you're out there at the voting booths, keep an eye on things. There's a lot of things going on. It's unbelievable around the country, some of the reports that we have coming in. So a couple other things I'd like to do is I'd like to make a shout out to all of our law enforcement professionals, all of our police. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing in our country right now. We have our law enforcement professionals. They've been under a lot of stress. They're under attack. Our rule of law in this country is under assault. When you think about the crimes that have been committed at the highest level, particularly by Hillary Clinton, it's unreal what they are getting away with. It's unbelievable what they're getting away with. I mean, you see, and it needs to be. This great looking lady back here, she just reminded me that I'm also a deplorable, irredeemable Irishman. That's right. It's unbelievable. I mean, God, how just the trickle, the drip, drip, drip of emails. But I'll tell you, nobody talks about it. I mean, we have to talk about it as Americans because the media doesn't talk about this stuff. The thing, and a lot of people here at Right Pat know, a lot of military people know, a lot know. The business of the classified information that was disclosed that damaged our national security, that was disclosed by Hillary Clinton, is so damaging, and nobody even talks about that anymore. She put our nation at risk because of her own selfish desire for power, and she has got to be held accountable for that. And the American people on the 8th of November are going to hold Hillary Clinton accountable. Yeah, that's right. I love it. Something else that's super important, and this is really important, and again, these are things that I know a lot of people talk about, but this has to do with the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of the United States of America. This is one of the big elements in our country, is the judicial side of our political system. And if the Supreme Court is able, if Hillary Clinton is able to get into the presidency and change that Supreme Court, you can forget about the Constitution of this country. You can forget about Article 2 and the right to bear arms. You can forget about many of the things that we hold dear. This country was built on our Constitution, and we should not fear that our country was built on a set of Judeo-Christian principles and values. We should hold those. That's exactly right. We should hold those values close to our chest. So I will tell you, as we go forward, because there's only a short couple of days, maybe 21 days, not even that many days left. 12 days. I'm sorry, I got my numbers backwards. I've been on the road so much. So we got a short period of time. And like I said up front, this is about the heart and soul of our country. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm up here today. And one of the things that as I got to know Donald Trump for a while now, people question, well, who is this? I mean, I'll tell you, this is a guy. When I asked him, when I first met him, the question that I asked him was, why do you want to be president of the United States? And when he started to talk to me about how much he loved this country and how much he cherished what it was that he was given and what it was that he was able to do and what he wanted to do for the people of America, I was sold that minute. And I'm telling you, that's exactly, Donald Trump loves this country. There you go. Beautiful. And get it going. Love your hat. Great hat. Hey, can you hand me that? Okay. Now I don't know if the media is going to show this, but I've been traveling around with Donald Trump for a long, long time. A long time. And I have 4 sisters. I'm going to tell you, I mean, all my sisters are for Trump. This is a huge movement, and all of these different events that we go to, they're filled with women, filled with women. And you know that this is a big deal. And he's gotten a lot of heat for this stuff. And you're talking about a woman who has not demonstrated not one iota anything when it comes to taking care of women, and that's Hillary Clinton. Look at what she's done to women. Unbelievable. I mean, look at the money. Look at the money that she has taken. Look at the money that she has taken from countries that just totally denigrate women. They denigrate gays. They denigrate, I mean, it's unbelievable. So I will tell you, the Women for Trump movement that's here today, and we have seen around the country, thank you so much. It's unbelievable. I give this back to you. Women for Trump, I love it. Women for Trump, I love it. Sound out. Wow. Get it going. That is awesome. One last thing, and Donald Trump's in the back. He's just doing a little bit of some local media, and he'll be out here in a minute. But one of the things and one of the reasons that, again, why I'm up here, because Donald Trump, he wraps himself in that beautiful flag right there. I mean, that American flag represents something to all of us. And it definitely represents something to me as an individual who served our armed forces for a long time. And I will tell you that the American flag, we have to cherish everything that it represents. I mean, who we are as Americans, what we want to be. And I'm looking at a couple of young people in this crowd right now. Young people young people, exactly. Exactly. That beautiful young boy out there on the man's shoulders. This election, I feel it. I have lived my adult life serving this country, and I'm at an age when I know right now, and for those that are at my age group or a little bit older, we know that we can lose this thing quickly. We can lose our country quickly. It's not for people like me. It's for the children. It's for my children and my grandchildren. That's what this election is about. And it is. I mean, it is. You know it. You know it. You know it is. I mean, it's unbelievable what we could lose in this election. And it doesn't mean that Donald Trump, when he walks into the White House, he's going to be handed this nice, rosy thing. I mean, the world right now is a mess. The world is a mess. We have our own struggles in this country. We don't even know. We don't even know the number of illegal immigrants inside of our country. We don't even have a good number. I mean, it's unbelievable. And he talks about building the wall, and he talks about immigration. He talks about things that politicians would never talk about because he has the guts and the leadership to be able to do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm killing a little bit of time here because I know you've been waiting. And again, this is an unbelievable honor for me. It's an unbelievable honor for us as a team to be here. And we know that Ohio is going to vote for Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States. So thank you so much. Thank you.
I want you back. again. I want your love again. I know you find it hard to reason with me, but this time it's different. Darling, you're saying you gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You said we're through before you walked out on me. Before I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to know. This time you're different, and determined to go. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. Yeah, tell me you're coming back to me.
That I've known, I've made so many cry, and still I wonder why. Here comes a little girl, I see her walking down the street. She's all by herself, I try and knock her off her feet, but she'll never break, never break, never break, never break this heart of stone. Oh no, no, this heart of stone. What's different about her? I don't really know. No matter how I try, I just can't make her cry. She'll this heart of stone. Oh no, 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 this heart of stone. Don't keep on looking that same old way. If you try acting sad, you'll only make me glad. Better listen, little girl. You're going walking down the street. I ain't got no love. I ain't the kind of me. 'Cause you'll never break, never break, never break, never break this heart of stone. Oh no, no, you'll never break this heart of stone, darling. No, no, this heart of stone. You'll never break it, darling. You won't break this heart of stone. Oh no, no, no. You better go. You better go home. 'Cause you'll never break this heart of stone. You better drive on home. You would, baby. You come running back. I told you so many times before. You come running back to me. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Searching for good times. Just wait and see. You come running back. I said you would, darling. You come running back. The rest of my life with you, baby. You come running back to me. Go ahead, baby, go ahead. Go ahead and light up the town. Baby, do anything your heart desires, remember. I'll always be around. And I know, like I told you so many times before.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Boris Epstein, Senior Advisor to the Trump campaign.
Hello, Ohio. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Keep it going. We love Trump. 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 Well, if this doesn't get your heart rate pumping, I don't know what's going to, I'll tell you that. Hello, Springfield, Ohio. How big are we going to win Ohio on November 8th? Big league. Mr. Trump's coming out any minute. I'm here to talk to you for just a couple of minutes about how much we love you, each and every one of you, and everybody out there in Ohio and all across this great country. Mr. Trump is exactly the leader this country needs. Yeah. Let's get one more go. We love Trump. Here's what we do not love. We don't love the circle of enrichment that the Hillary Clinton and the Clinton team has built around herself. Boo. Do we want a president who is dedicated, who is committed to this country, and who will do everything he can to keep us safe and employed? And who is that? We love Trump. We've got 12 days to go. 12 days to go until Election Day. Voting is already underway in this state and all across this country. So we need every one of you to go and vote, and also bring 3 friends. Friends, family, people you know, people you see on the street. Bring them to vote so we will win this election, the most historic election in the history of this great country. Mr. Trump will come out here and talk to you about what this country needs. And what it needs is jobs, jobs, jobs. Mr. Trump is going to keep this country employed, and he's going to keep it safe. Hillary Clinton has failed at every turn at keeping this country safe. We cannot afford 4 more years. What we need is Donald Trump, a successful businessman, somebody who's created tens of thousands of jobs and will create millions of jobs for this country. We need Donald Trump as the next president of this country. I see a drain the swamp sign somewhere out there. Drain the swamp. Let's get a chant going. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. We are going to break up the rigged system that has made the Clintons rich. They left the White House dead broke, and now they're $200, $300, $400 million rich. How is that possible? It's not. Drain the swamp. Mr. Trump is not beholden to any special interest. He's only beholden to you, the American people, here in Ohio and all over this country. And that's why he said that as soon as he becomes president, he's going to repeal and replace Obamacare. We just found out that premiums have gone up 25% on average around the country. They've gone up here in Ohio. They've gone up 53% in Pennsylvania, 116% in Arizona. We need to repeal and replace Obamacare. Mr. Trump will do that. Mr. Trump is also going to end the revolving door between special interests and government. And that's how we're going to drain the swamp. All right, team, it's that time. Mr. Trump's ready to come on. Thanks for giving me your attention. And don't forget, go vote. We love Trump. We love Trump.
I want you back again. I want your love again. I know you find it hard to reason with me, but this time is different. Darling, you're saying you gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next President of the United States, Donald J. Trump!
From Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. That I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Wow, tremendous. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Unbelievable. People don't know I worked in Ohio. Did you know that? And I had a great experience. And if I didn't have a great experience starting out when I was very young, maybe I wouldn't be here right now. Who knows? You need that. It was great for confidence also. In 12 days, we're going to win Ohio, and we are going to win back the White House. A brand new poll from Remington Research, highly respected, has just a few minutes ago come out, and in Ohio, we are right now 4 points up. Early voting is underway, so make sure, get out and vote. We don't want to give this away. You know, we have a movement going on like they've never seen before in this country. Drain the swamps. Got to drain the swamp sign back there. We're going to drain the swamp, believe me. But this is a movement like they've never seen in this country before, and every place is packed, and the greatest people on earth, and we're going to turn our country around. We're turning around fast. 75% of the people think our country is headed in the wrong direction. We know it's headed in the wrong direction. We're going to fix it. We're going to take our country back, and it's going to be put very quickly on the right track. Real change begins with immediately repealing and replacing Obamacare. It's just been announced that Americans are going to experience another massive double-digit hike in Obamacare. You see that. Including premiums like in the great state of Arizona, where they're going to go up at 116%. Don't worry, you'll be there very soon. Unless I win, in which case you're not going to have to worry about it. Even Bill Clinton admitted that Obamacare is, quote, the craziest thing in the world, where people wind up paying their premiums, which double,
and their coverage is cut in half. Job killing. Job killing Obamacare is just one more way the system is rigged. Remember the name Jonathan Gruber, the architect of Obamacare? He said they could pass Obamacare when he didn't know he was being recorded. He said they could pass Obamacare because the stupidity of the American voter will allow it to take place. The only stupidity was that incredible stupidity shown by our politicians when they forced this bill through over the furious objection to many politicians, in all fairness, many politicians, but really the American people. And it was very, very sad. And in all fairness to the Democrats, had our president not lied 28 times, remember, you can keep your plan, you can keep your doctor, it passed by this much, they would not have gone for it. But they believed him too, like everybody else believed him. They've caught him in a lot of lies lately, folks. Hillary Clinton, talking about liars, wants to double down. A big liar. Hillary Clinton wants to double down on Obamacare and make it even worse. So here, I'm going to repeal it, replace it. We're going to have a replacement that is so much less expensive and so much better. You don't even get to use Obamacare because the deductible is so high, and you know, it's just what, look, it is so out of control. You'll never get to use it. $4,000 or $5,000 before you can start taking. Just this, and just happened, Hillary Clinton declared that Obamacare, do you remember this? Not so long ago, is one of the greatest accomplishments of President Obama, of the Democratic Party, and of our country. It's a total disaster. Here in Ohio, another 5 insurance companies are dropping out of Obamacare. Good luck in negotiations, folks. That means that all the residents covered by plans from these companies will be getting cancellation notices very soon. Obamacare, it is really, and you know this, it's a catastrophic event for Ohio workers, and is making it impossible for many parents to pay their bills, support their families, or get quality medical care to their children. Repealing Obamacare is one of the single most important reasons we must win on November 8th. Have to win. Real change also means getting rid of the corruption in Washington, D.C. Hillary Clinton bleached and deleted 33,000 emails, lied to Congress under oath, made 13 phone calls, 13 phones, made them disappear, sometimes with a hammer, right? Boom, boom, let's get rid of these phones. And then told the FBI she couldn't remember 39 different times. The Clinton crew gave more than $675,000 to the wife of the deputy director of the FBI and the man who was overseeing the investigation into Hillary's illegal server, a server we now know Obama knew about. Just found that out yesterday. WikiLeaks. The more emails WikiLeaks releases, the more lines between the Clinton Foundation, the Secretary of State's office, and the Clintons' personal finances, they all get blurred. Just today we read about Clinton confidant Doug Brand bragging that he had funneled tens of millions of dollars to Bill Clinton, Inc. through the foundation donations, paid speeches, and consulting contracts. Mr. Band called the arrangement unorthodox. The rest of us call it outright corrupt. In fact, the Clinton Foundation even hired a law firm to find out if their pay-to-play scheme would jeopardize their charitable status with the IRS. If the Clintons were willing to play this fast and loose with their enterprise when they weren't in the White House, just imagine what they'll do given the chance to once again control the Oval Office. And we've had enough, honestly. I think we've had enough of the Clintons, in all fairness. Right? Don't you think? Had enough. I mean, at what point do we say it? Hillary Clinton is the most corrupt person ever to seek the office of the presidency. I propose a contract with the American voter that will end the corruption and give the government back to the people. I want the entire corrupt Washington establishment to hear and to heed the words I'm about to say. If we win on November 8th, when? Okay. When we win on November 8th. We don't want to take it for granted, but we are winning in a lot of states. I have to say, the media now, they're going wild. The media is going wild because they're saying, you know, this guy's winning in Florida. He's winning in North Carolina. He's winning in Iowa. He's winning in Ohio. All right. When we win, right, we are going to Washington, D.C., and we are going to drain the swamp. A lot of spirit in this room. This is a good one. That includes a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on all members of Congress. At the core of my contract is my economic plan. That plan can be summarized in 3 very beautiful words, especially for the people in this area and this room. Jobs, jobs, jobs. No, it's terrible. What's happened to this area, what's happened to this country with jobs is terrible. Hillary Clinton promised to bring upstate New York 200,000 jobs when she ran for Senate. Instead, the jobs left. They didn't come in, they left. She's been there for 30 years and hasn't fixed anything. She's just made things worse except for herself and her husband. 47 million Americans are on food stamps, and 45 million Americans live in poverty. Nearly 1 in 4 Americans in their prime earning years are not working or able to work. 70 million American women and children are in poverty or on the brink of poverty, and nearly half of African American children under the age of 6 are living in abject poverty. Our national debt has doubled in 8 years, and our infrastructure throughout our country is crumbling. Bad shape. Our airports, our roads, our bridges, our tunnels, our schools, our hospitals. Our trade deficit with the world is now nearly $800 billion a year. We are living through the greatest jobs theft in the history of the world. Think of it. And that's so true. It's the single greatest jobs theft in the history of the world. What our politicians have allowed to happen to this area, but to all areas of our country. NAFTA, TPP they want to approve, a disaster. Ohio has lost 1 in 4 manufacturing jobs since NAFTA, a deal signed by Bill Clinton and supported strongly by Hillary Clinton. Remember, every time you see a closed factory or wiped out community in Ohio, it was essentially caused by the Clintons. It was NAFTA. It was caused by the Clintons. Why a deal like that was allowed. We've lost 70,000 factories. Think of that one. 70, I tell everybody, it's a typo. Can't be 70,000. It is. We've lost 70,000 factories since China entered the World Trade Organization. Another Bill and Hillary-backed disaster. Just this year, Eaton Corporation in Ohio closed its plant, laid off 152 workers, and moved their jobs to Mexico. And you've had many. I could name them all day long. Under my contract, if a company wants to fire their workers, move to Mexico or other countries, and ship their products back into the United States, we will put a 35% tariff on those products. And folks, just in case you have any questions, when that happens, you're not losing your companies anymore. And if you do, at least the country's going to make a lot of money, okay? We will immediately begin renegotiating NAFTA. And if we don't get the deal we want, right now it's a one-way highway. We lose our jobs, we lose our companies, we lose everything. We lose our cash. I always say, they get the cash, they get the jobs, they get the companies, we get the drugs, we get the unemployment. That's what we get. We get nothing. We get less than nothing. We will terminate NAFTA and get a much better deal for our workers. If we can't renegotiate it properly, we're going to get a better deal for our workers and for our companies, because we cannot continue to be the people led by stupid people. We can't. We can't. As part of our plan to bring back American jobs, we will lower taxes on our businesses from 35% down to 15%. We will also cut taxes for middle-class families by 35% and massively simplify taxes for all Americans. We will be a rich nation once again. But to be a rich country, we must also be a safe country. Hillary Clinton unleashed ISIS onto the world. You know that story. And spreading violently, it's spreading now into the United States. There are now 1,000 open ISIS investigations in the United States. ISIS is on a campaign of genocide against Christians in the Middle East, or what they call the Nation of the Cross. Okay, the Nation of the Cross. They are crucifying, drowning, and beheading their victims. This is something that we would read about in history books. And not since medieval times, right, have you heard the beheadings and all of the things that are happening. So we have no choice. We will stop ISIS, and we will stop them fast. And unlike what they've done in Mosul, which is turning out to be very difficult, we're not giving 3 and 4 months notice. We're coming in. We're coming in. You think General George Patton would say, we're coming in 3 or 4 months, get ready? What a bunch. They're throwing people off buildings, hanging their victims from meat hooks. They're hanging their victims from meat hooks. The New York Post just published reports about ISIS crushing children to death and burning adults alive. Now Hillary wants massive immigration from the most dangerous regions of the world where ISIS operates, including a 550% increase in Syrian refugees over and above the thousands and thousands that President Obama is taking. We don't want ISIS in our country. The Hillary refugee plan would leave us with generations of terrorism, radicalism, and extremism inside of our shores. I only want to admit people who will support this country and love its people. So important. Keeping our families safe is the highest obligation of the President of the United States. A Trump administration is going to suspend immigration from terror-prone regions, and we will suspend the Syrian refugee program. That was easy. We're not going to take the risk when it comes to the safety of the American people, no longer. So let me state this as clearly as I can. If I'm elected president, I am going to keep radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country. Hillary also said she wants totally open borders. No one who supports open borders can ever serve as president of the United States. Totally open borders. A Trump administration will also secure and defend the borders of the United States. And yes, we will build a wall. Have to. We have to. And who is going to pay for the wall? Look, 100%. Mexico, in terms of our trade deficits, is making a fortune off the United States. Their leaders are doing a much smarter job. But you know what? We'll be happy with Mexico. Mexico is going to be wonderful. We're going to have a great relationship with Mexico and with China and with other. We don't even have good relationships now. They rip us off and we still don't get along. At least they should be nice to us. They're not even nice. They'll be nice. Thousands of Americans have been killed by illegal immigrants. Right here in Ohio, 60-year-old Margaret Kostelnick was murdered in cold blood by an illegal immigrant. Earlier that day, her killer shot another woman in the arm while she was with her children in a nearby park. Police encountered the man more than 3 weeks before the crime scene, but federal authorities refused to take him into custody, even though people were saying, please, please don't let him out. Please take him in. Then there is the case of 90-year-old Earl Olander, a Minnesota farmer who was brutally beaten by illegal immigrants and left to bleed to death in his home. Earl's body was found with his hands bound behind his back in duct tape, a blunt force injury to his head. His killers had criminal records, but they did not meet the Obama administration's priorities for removal. But others that knew him and others that knew them were pleading, don't let them out. Don't let them into our society. I have a message for the cartels, the drug dealers, and the gang members. When I win, your long reign of crime and terror and horror will come to a very beautiful crashing end. We will also repeal Obama-Clinton defense cuts and rebuild our badly depleted military. Our Air Force is the smallest and oldest it's ever been. Did you know that? Because I know what you have here. You guys are good with Wright-Patterson, right? What a great place. But we're very depleted. We have old equipment. We will build brand new, modern, state-of-the-art planes to fly right out of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. We have a lot of veterans here today. I want to thank them for their service and let them know as president, I have your back, believe me. I have your back. We will. She just said, make America great again, Mr. Trump. We will make America great again. Don't worry about it. We will. And it won't take too long. And we will change our foreign policy. Hillary Clinton's policies in Iraq and Syria, Libya, threw the Middle East into total turmoil. We're spending $6 trillion on wars in the Middle East while our own country falls into total disrepair. Now Hillary wants to start a shooting war in Syria, a conflict with a nuclear power, Russia, which could very well lead to World War III. And the way she talks about Putin, she's always said she has no idea, but she's always saying, WikiLeaks, it's Russia and Donald Trump. I have nothing to do with Russia, folks. They said, maybe Donald Trump is involved in projects with the Russians. The answer is no, no. But what she does, she says, Donald Trump and Russia. Look, she speaks so badly of Putin. Nuclear country, she speaks so badly. I say, and she uses it to try and get votes. I said to myself, you know, how do you speak so badly of somebody? I mean, how are they going to ever get along? Wouldn't it be great if we actually got along with Russia and other countries? And we together went after ISIS and knocked the hell out of them? Wouldn't that be a good thing? Because they want to get them out also. But she speaks very badly of Putin, and I don't think that's smart. You know, you can be very tough, but you shouldn't be doing what she's doing. As her own team has said in WikiLeaks, she has terrible instincts. To all Americans, I say it's time for new leadership. It really is time. Really is time. Can you imagine 4 more years of Obama? That's what you're getting. It's high taxes, it's high regulations. All these companies, they can't even breathe with the regulations unnecessary. It's ISIS all over the place. You know, she says she'll stop ISIS. Let me tell you, there was no ISIS. There was no ISIS. During her term, she created with Obama a vacuum in Iraq. ISIS formed. And then Obama called them the JV, junior varsity, right? Well, they're not the JV anymore, folks. They're going to be no trouble. We are going to knock them so hard. But look, they're not the JV. And they weren't then. And now they're in 32 different countries. So she's saying, we will get rid of ISIS. She wants to go back home and go to sleep. That's what she wants to do. Did you see where she got upset yesterday because I took a little while, just a few hours, to cut a ribbon to make sure my kids did a good job? We built the building, by the way, under budget and ahead of schedule. Then she said, Donald Trump got off the campaign trail. I mean, I've been doing 6, 7, 8 things a day, every single day. She's home sleeping half the time. I say, she's definitely a low energy person. I said, where is Hillary? I watched after the last debate and after the second debate. She was tired. Wow. She walked off that stage. Well, she had a lot of people around. They had a lot of people around her, which was smart. Everything will change in November. Just think about what we can accomplish in the first 100 days. We're going to have the biggest tax cut since Ronald Reagan. We're going to eliminate every unnecessary job-killing regulation. We're going to provide school choice and put an end to Common Core. We're going to rebuild our military and take care of our vets. We will support the truly great men and women of law enforcement. We are going to save our Second Amendment, which is under siege. And we'll appoint justices to the United States Supreme Court, so important, who will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. Americans are tired of being told by politicians they have to defer their dreams to another day, but they really mean another decade. It's like our politics are caught in time loop. We keep electing the same people over and over again. Clinton, oh, Clinton. The impeachment, the lying, the whole thing. We're going to make the same mistakes if you keep doing that. And we are going to continue to hear the same old excuses. These career politicians keep telling us that things can't change, that we can't find new solutions. That's basically what they tell us. Well, I have a message for them. The future belongs to the dreamers, not the cynics and not the critics. The future belongs to the dreamers. I'm asking all Americans to join me in dreaming big and bold things for our future. I'm going to fight for every American, of every background, in every stretch of this nation. I'm going to fight to liberate our citizens from violence and poverty and crime and fear. And I'm going to fight for the inner cities and for the African American community and the way they're forced to live in the inner cities with no jobs, no education, and no safety. I'm going to fight for every person in this country who believes government should serve the people, not the donors and not the special interests. I'm going to fight to bring us all together as Americans. Just imagine what our country could accomplish if we started working together again as one people, under one God, saluting one American flag. It's right. Once again, we will have a government of, by, and for the people. You got to get out and vote. It's going to be something special. And I tell you this, and I tell others this sometimes. This is an amazing group of people, the spirit, the energy, the genius. But you will say that this will be one of the great and most important meetings of your life. But most importantly, you will say that this vote will be the most important vote you've ever cast. Because our country doesn't win anymore. We don't win with trade. We don't win with our great military. We don't allow them to win. We don't win with ISIS. The world is laughing at us. We don't win at the borders. We don't win with taking care of our vets. We don't win with anything. We don't win anymore. We will start winning again like you've never seen before. And I kiddingly say that one of our great two congressmen who are here someplace, where are those great guys? They're here. They're going to be coming to see me at the White House. And they're going to say, Mr. President, sir, Mr. President, the people of Ohio, they can't take it anymore, sir. You're winning too much. You knocked out ISIS. There are too many jobs in Ohio. Too many companies are pouring in. We have a little traffic. Traffic wouldn't be a bad thing, right? Every time you see traffic, remember, it's not such a bad thing. Mr. President, you're winning too much. Please, please stop winning so much. We're not used to it. I say, listen, Congressman, we are going to continue to win. We are going to win like never before. We are going to make our country wealthy again. We are going to make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you go out and vote. God bless you. God bless you, everybody.
I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she was gonna meet her connection. At her feet was a footloose man. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, well, you might find you get what you need. And I went down to the demonstration to get my fair share of abuse, singing we're gonna bend